called like Who Fits In. I think I'm going to share this on my wall. Let's see, is it working? Is it going? Let's see. It seems to be live. Is it live? On my wall? Oops, it is live. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see. Okay, so I'm not really live streaming tonight. I'm live right now. I'm live right now. So anyway, I guess my question is like, who fits in? Like, I guess everybody can be an outsider in various ways all their life, like just depending on like different things, like where you live, if you have commonalities with people, yada, yada, yada. Sometimes I feel kind of sensitive. I'm like, well, somebody says, oh, so-and-so doesn't fit in, so-and-so that likes to do this and that. But here's the thing. Generally, why I like to keep to myself a bit more, and it's not that I don't enjoy people's company or conversation. It's just like, sometimes I just want to do my own thing and not feel like I can't. Because when you're in a group of people, I was thinking about this. You always have a dominant person. I'm going to reshare on my wall. Let's see. Okay. You always have a dominant person in a group. Like, I kind of always like to do, like, if I want to go shopping or if I want to go hiking, like, I kind of like it sometimes when I can go by myself, because I feel like, well, if I wanted to do something, you would always have somebody else that wanted to do that. And when you're in a group, there's always like one dominant person, and you don't really get, like, how often in a group dynamic do the dominant people refer or defer to the other people, unless like they think one day, oh, let's ask. But usually there's always dominant, like really strong personalities that come out in the group, and they kind of dictate what the group does or like what's cool or what's in. Here's the thing about me. I think it's okay to say you don't have to fit in anywhere at any time. Like, yeah, well, there are cases where you could be extremely ostracized. Like, let's say you're a citizen living in a different country, like you're a foreigner. But in general, like, why is fitting in so important? And why do I need to do the things that you enjoy doing? Like, I've had people ask, well, like, would you ever like want to shoot again? And I'm like, no. You know why? Because I don't care, like, personally any longer. I don't care if you want to own a gun, but I have no interest whatsoever in ever shooting a gun or eating meat. I actually like being vegan. And here's my take on it. I am not going to make you be a vegan. I'm not going to tell you that you need to be vegan. But personally, for me, I like to minimize suffering. That's my take on it. I don't like animals to die for my dinner. There's a reason people become vegan, and it's a powerful message. Like, when you know, like, what people do in the dairy industry, in the meat industry, and you're not aware of the suffering that animals go through, that's fine. Like, if you're okay with that, but I'm not. I grew up mostly vegetarian. So yes, that's why I'm vegan. And that's why, and also just like, I don't want to shoot a gun. I don't want to do this and that. I don't want to always, like, on the other end of the spectrum, I might want to go to a rock concert. I might be okay going to the casino. Like, it's not that I don't like crowds. I just don't want to go to certain types of events or do certain types of things. Like, I don't mind going out shopping or in certain social situations to Disneyland. Like, that kind of thing is fine, but I don't want to do like the things that everybody else does. Like, I don't want to watch Game of Thrones. Everybody might be watching that show, but I don't care. Like, I could care less what happens on that show or whatever show it is that people are watching. Like, for me, I used to watch shows, but I'm kind of bored with them right now. When I read, I want to read like a history text and like articles and learn things, or maybe fiction that's a historically based piece of fiction, or watch a YouTuber, but I don't want to sit down and watch a movie or a show. Does that make me disinteresting because I don't want to do what everybody else wants to do? I just have no interest anymore. Like, I feel like I had my full share of it. I haven't seen like any shows or movies like I'm just dying to sit down and watch. Like, everybody wants you to fit in to do what somebody else is doing, but it's okay not to want to do those things. I think like if you don't want to sit down and binge watch a show, maybe you don't. Does that make you boring? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it just means you don't want to. Like, let everybody else do it. Like, literally, this was a problem for me always. People just wanted to sit there and watch a show or sit there and watch a movie. And I felt like talking about something or discussing something. Like, I'd rather have a conversation than sit and watch a movie 90% of the time. So I would go off and do my own thing. This is why I got really interested in like blogging and the internet, because you could just kind of work on a blog and do something like that's more of your interest. Like, to me, I want to go out and see things or do things that I find interesting. I just don't have the deep desire to watch shows. I like music, but even if I like popular music, I'm gonna like, I don't know, one day I might like Queen and the next day I might like the Moody Blues, and maybe I'll find a modern band out there that I'll like, but I will always end up liking a show that's kind of just to my own taste, I think, a little bit more, you know. Yeah, that's just kind of my take on the whole thing. So it's up to you, really, like what you decide that you want to do and the things that you would like to do. So you can always, kind of think about it. But do you need to fit in all the time with people? Is that like necessary? Like, why does everybody need to fit in with everybody else? Like, do what everybody else is doing. I have no problem if you want to do this thing or you want to do that thing. Fine, go ahead and do it. But that doesn't mean I want to do it. And you can be like, well, haven't you done that? I'm like, no, because I don't want to and I don't think it's interesting. Okay. That's it. And that's just me being me, really. I guess that's about it. Thanks for watching.